BBIG, once again in the spotlight today, taking a look at what is going on with this stock, BBIG. Does it still have potential to go up big? You see what I did there? BBIG. We're going to break it down right here in this video, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Guys, Patrick here, and well, last week we had a big mover, BBIG. We talked about it when it was under $4. It went to a high of almost $12. Taking a look here at BBIG, breaking down the chart and talking about this setup here and the potential for another breakout to the upside here on BBIG. Let's break down the chart. All right, so we got the BBIG chart pulled up here. This is the 15-minute chart that we've got pulled up right now. We can see the key levels that we identified last week as well. So we already know, number one, this $8 area is a key level that we need to hold. After that, we identified that $6 area. We got a little bit of support as well at the 7 there. So we got 7, we got 6 in terms of support. So I'm going to move that yellow line down there to the $7 area just so we can see it a little bit easier there. And then obviously we have this kind of top area up there, the $10. We had a high up there at $12 on BBIG last week. So we got a new week. We got new opportunities. And well, the market is red today. It seems that everyone's kind of freaking out. We've got a lot of stuff going on. Cryptocurrency crashing. We've got all types of fun stuff going on. And BBIG is actually holding up a lot better than I thought it would. And it's holding up pretty good here. It's holding up at a good level. This $8 area is exactly kind of what we talked about and we wanted to see holding that $8 area. If you look at the daily chart here as well, you can see that overall move, this consolidation at that level, and the idea of this going to the moon from here. I talked about last week as well how we've had some big movers in the past few weeks and how some of these big movers they've had big spikes. Similar to this, they've had a big spike and they've had a pullback, they've had consolidation, and then another big spike really before that big major move. And a comparison of that would be SPRT. See, SPRT, had a big move from the $4 area all the way up there to $11. So up to $11, it pulls back to $7.50. And then look at that, from $7.50, it goes all the way up here to $60. Now, first off, I know, we can't compare every single move. We can't compare every single stock the same. But I want people to see, like, hey, there is still potential here. Just because BBIG is not just going straight to the moon today does not mean that it can't consolidate, go sideways for a little bit, and then get another big spike. And that's exactly kind of what I'm looking for here on BBIG. I would like to see BBIG close above $8 today. It would really kind of be a bullish close for us. We close above $8, and then we get that push up here to the $10 area going into Friday or possibly higher. Over $10 obviously would open us up to the $12 area. And then after $12, some people are looking for $20 or higher, but I'm not going to put like a target. It's so hard to put like an exact price target on these types of big movers because we don't know exactly how high this can go, how much this can squeeze, and all that fun stuff. We do know a few things. Number one, that this does have a small float. It does have a large short percentage. So BBIG at the end of the day is a trade. I want to make that very clear for everybody out there who's watching these videos. Number one, I am a day trader. Number two, I'm a swing trader. In general, I'm a trader. So, if I see a stock, if I want to buy a stock, if I talk about it here on the channel, that does not mean that I'm buying the stock to hold forever. I'm not going to just buy a stock and just hope and pray and cross my fingers and like, oh God, I hope it goes up one day and I'm going to get rich. That's not what we do here on the channel. So I want to make that very clear. If you're buying any stock that I'm talking about, understand the risk, the idea of where the trade stops at, and all that fun stuff. For me personally, BBIG, I'm really kind of watching here going into close. I do have call options on BBIG, and I do believe that by the end of day on Friday, we should be above $10. That's my trade on this. My $10 call options. I'm looking for a move here at the end of the week above $10 by Friday. It's currently Tuesday. We've got lots of time left in the week here. We're going to see what happens if we get a big move here on this stock, a big move here on the stock, BBIG. There's lots of stuff going on with the stock. They've got news coming out. They've got mergers. They've got all types of stuff going on with the stock. So there's a lot of hype around it. And obviously with the big move that we had last week, It went from $2.83 to a high of almost $12. It pulled back. Now we're sitting at $7.91. And again, looking at the chart here, let's go to the hourly chart. We can look at the chart and kind of see where we're at. We're kind of right in that area there on the clouds, the EMA clouds that we got pulled up there. And you can see right here, these are the Ripster EMA clouds. I'm using TradingView to chart with this. It's really easy to chart with, but yeah, you can set it up. I think it's called Ripster EMA clouds. And what that's going to show us is the different trends inside of the EMAs and building those clouds there. So right now we're bouncing here off of this level, that 790 level. Very bullish for me as we watch this move. If we can get back above $8, I think as long as we can close above $8, it's going to be very bullish. We do have a little bit of resistance here from last Friday going into that 3-day weekend. We had that resistance there at the $8.50 area. Kind of just a flat day there on Friday as the stock basically opened up there at the $8 area and then closed pretty much at the $8 area and a little bit of dip after hours. But overall, you can see what we're looking at here, this overall trend here right now that we're forming. Looking for this to then push up higher and then push up to the $10 area here on BBIG. The final line in the stand and the stop loss for this trade for me personally is going to be that $7 area. I'm going to be buying those call options around that $8 area and then look for a push up here above $8.50 being our next resistance. And then we got the $9.50 resistance, and that $10 area would be our target, like I said, by the end of day on Friday. I think if this thing can get going again, like I said, it could easily just start to make another big squeeze here and get really, get ramping up and moving here. So at the end of the day, there's a lot of hype in the short squeeze plays. We know that BBIG is on the radar. A lot of people are looking at it. They're talking about it on social media, talking about it on Reddit, they're talking about it all over the internet. So we know there's a hype behind it. We know there's a small float and, a smaller float in general. We know there's shorts. We know that there's news coming. They've got the merger with Lomotif that is kind of like really there's a lot of unanswered questions, a lot of variables here that are leading BBIG to have uncertainty, and I believe that uncertainty will lead to another big squeeze and another big FOMO hype train around this stock here, BBIG. So that's my plan. Like I said, that $7 area is going to be my stop loss on the trade, or really, I'll say, basically that $7 area being my stop on the trade, here at the $8 area being my entry. So I'm going to risk $1 here for the possible $3 to $4 to $5 move with the call option. So I've bought call options today on the stock, those $8 call options that expire on Friday. We're looking for a move above $10 by the end of day on Friday, or possibly higher if we can get going. Like I said, I believe if this does start to make a big move, that it will create FOMO and we can get a big, huge spike here on the stock on BBIG. So there it is, the breakdown, the plan, and my trade, and what I'm doing here on BBIG right now. If you guys haven't already, do me one big favor, hit that like button, subscribe button, all the buttons down below. I will talk to you guys later on.